You want to live beside somebody, and you got those people, so I don't want to live around that black person. Why is that? For the same reason, we have a reputation. Do you want to hire that person to work? Don't hire that black woman, and don't hire that black man. Why? Reputation. That is where the fight is, ladies and gentlemen. It is not in legislation. It is in that reputation. When I grew up, I'm going to tell you, old black folks used to tell you, don't go outside and embarrass black people. Chris Rock had this thing on his show called the setback meter. It was so funny. And he would talk about things in black culture that would set black people back. He had a clock. And when he see black people, he showed some stupid stuff that black people did. And he said, it set us back 1 year. I mean, one hour, and then he set us back. And, and it was hilarious because he would show how we all knew that society was watching us and that we had to, and every one of us had to show ourselves in a positive light, because if we did not do it, if we showed ourselves in a negative light, it would affect the whole race. Oh, we don't even have that anymore. And because of that, we did used to go out and we watched the way that we handled ourselves, and we watched the way we acted, because we know this doesn't reflect on us. It didn't just reflect on our family. It reflected on the whole race. And even right now, we still have this stupid mentality of trying to show that we can still reach a white person's standard. First black person to do this, first black person to do that, first black person to do this, first black person to do that. Well, the 1964 Civil Rights Act put in our head that us going out there and competing in the marketplace, us looking at and being concerned about our reputation, us doing what the Anti-Defamation League does for the Jewish people and what GLAAD does for gay people, and that is making sure that we are not depicted on television or in art in a negative light. That's gone. That's gone. Every time you see a black person on TV now, it's in some type of negative light. I'm looking there, man. You got these, every time you turn on TV, you got a black person out there doing something stupid. If it's not the P. Diddy trial, now you got this black congresswoman, LaMonica something or another, up in New Jersey, got charges for hitting ICE agents. You got Tish James on trial for trying to lie on Donald Trump. Well, no, not lying on Donald Trump, but for mortgage fraud. You got Fannie Willis in trouble. You got Shannon Sharp in trouble. You got Diddy in trouble. And there's always something going on, man. Then you got Stacey Abrams, they're investigating her down there. She in trouble. You got Jasmine Crockett on TV acting a fool. And you got Cassie on TV talking about Diddy hiring the Punisher to come and do nasty stuff to her. It's just a freak show, man, all the time. And you look on TV and you got the people explaining that, Michael Strahan got a speech impediment. Shannon Sharp got a speech impediment. Nate Burris acting like a thug on television all the time. You just get tired of it, man. And it all started with the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the fact that liberal white women made a fool out of a bunch of ignorant black preachers and ignorant civic organizations to go out there and march and get shot with water hoses and cannons so they can get jobs. So liberal white women can get jobs.
Lo and behold, coming off of the steps at the 16th Street Baptist Church, there were 25 to 40, 50 sheriffs across the road with these little batons in their hands at the ready.
First we were faced with the dogs and the water hose.
Kids are sprayed with fire hoses. They kick out 100 pounds of pressure that tore clothes, that tore flesh.
The police officer stopped us and speaking through a megaphone said, "Get out of this line or you're going to jail." I was so intimidated by facing a white man. I'd never had that encounter.
We were put in a cell block, I understand, holds 650 people. And this cell block had over 1,500 people in it.
There were so many people there, we were just standing around shoulder to shoulder. More and more people were being arrested, and they called for school buses to come for us.
Because the evidence shows, and I just read it to you, that DEI and the 1964 Civil Rights Act helped liberal white women more than it helped anybody. And the black community is still at the bottom. Nevertheless, we still fight and march. And we'll go crazy if you even start talking about rescinding the 1964 Civil Rights Act. And sadly, whenever you get a debt-gum Republican up there, the Democrat is just waiting. Oh, he's just waiting for you to say the Democrats have done nothing for the black community. Oh, he's going to pull out the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Lyndon Johnson signed it, Martin Luther King Jr., they're right beside him. And the Republican ain't got enough sense to say, what did the Civil Rights Act, 1964 Civil Rights Act, do for black people? Well, it gave you the right to vote. We already had the right to vote if we got it in 1870 with the 15th Amendment. Well, we sent federal troops down. Why? Because we were cowards and wouldn't defend ourselves, right? So we had to send out federal troops so that black men who laid down and got the hell beat out of them could vote because they wouldn't do what they were supposed to do as free men, as Abraham Lincoln do, get the sword and the bayonet. And then after we got the right to vote, to show you how stupid they were, they voted for the very same Democrats who had been keeping them from voting. 80% of them in the 1960 election voted for the Democrats. They ended up voting for George Wallace, Lester Maddox, Overfavors, Eastman, and all of them. Yeah. So tell me how it helped when you voted for the same people who were oppressing you. And you just got oppressed some more. So then they integrated the schools so you could go to the same schools of the Ku Klux Klan, be taught by the Ku Klux Klan who was beating the hell out of you the week before. Took you out of the black schools that were educating you and put you in schools that were in the control of the guys shooting you with the water hoses and sicking the dogs on you. Consequently, black people are at the bottom educationally here in America. Yeah, real smart. So tell me again what the 1964 Civil Rights Act did for you. Oh, it makes you feel better about yourself because you can sit on the toilet beside white folks and eat a hamburger beside them and ride the bus beside them. Well, whoop-de-doo. You deserve a standing ovation for that, bruh. Big, tough, hard black man. Didn't fix nothing for your education. Didn't fix the neighborhood. You know why? Because that's going to always have to come from you. No government act. No government act. Not one. Will put you in a position in America where you can feed, clothe, and protect yourself. They can pass 100 of them. But until you decide to activate yourself, it just gives you the right to do it. It doesn't make you do it. It just tells you you can if you choose. The 13th Amendment said slavery nor involuntary servitude will be allowed in the United States of America or any place under its jurisdiction. It says slavery or involuntary servitude. It said nothing about voluntary servitude. You can choose to be a slave if you like. And if you celebrate the 1964 Civil Rights Act, you are just that. You're a slave because you're depending on a government law and a government program to guarantee your freedom. My freedom is an inalienable right given to me from God. It is irrevocable, non-transferable, and unsellable. Government didn't give it to me. Government can't take it from me. And I'd be that gum if I would ever celebrate a law that says he gave me my freedom. Government doesn't give me my freedom. I defy to come take it from me. So y'all keep celebrating the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Y'all keep on bowing to government. Y'all keep on bowing to law. and say that law sets you free. And I'll stay where I am, knowing that my freedom comes from God, that God made me free. And just like Abraham Lincoln said, if there's anybody around me that don't believe that I'm free, I'm going to take the sword and the bayonet. I'm going to teach you that I'm free. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website, and on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got t-shirts, we got caps, you got my books, my documentaries, you got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new t-shirts, we're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it, make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good, and it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the t-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.